Welcome to the Grenadier Podcast, Real Estate Uncovered. Today I speak with Yogesh Bhargava on his wonderful career with Harcourts Grenadier. You obviously love this business. Tell me what you love the most about it. Today, an absolute exclusive. Welcome back to the Grenadier Podcast, Real Estate Uncovered. Yogesh, can you tell us a little bit about your typical day as a real estate consultant?
Look, I start my morning after dropping off kids to the school. First of all, I will check my diary that if I have any scheduled appointment, upcoming auctions or settlements or any sale that due to be confirmed. And after that, we have a quick team catch up just to see that who's doing what during the week, during the day. And then I dedicate roughly around 1 hour to the calls. I would be calling all the inquiries that we had on our listings in the last 24 hours.
Yes.
And then firing that report back to the owners. I'll call the owners and the buyer at the same time. I typically keep my mornings free till 12 p.m. I do not take any appointments at all. The reason for that is in case if I have an urgent appointment came up, so I have time to actually fit in there.
Yes.
And that morning would be all about prospecting, calling, and all that. We are pretty much on the phone. And after that, from 12 p.m. onwards, I would have buyer viewings, appraisals, listing presentation, and it would be full on.
Do you ever think, I just don't feel like doing the calls today? Like, what keeps that discipline front of mind for you?
Because if we don't do that, we're not going to have any business. So you always think about the business that, hey, you have to do it. And that 1 hour actually projects out the entire business you're going to have in a month or a week. If we do it regularly, we would have a really good month. If we have been slack with calls, sometime it may happen as well. And then it will reflect on your business straight away.
Yeah, so you can see the impact of,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really important. And a lot of people are not disciplined enough to do those calls. So good on you.
We try to be disciplined. Sometimes it happens. But we always ask our manager to keep us accountable.
Perfect.
And she also organizes, once in a fortnight, a 1 hour call sessions for us in the entire office as well, that everyone can take part and do the calls together.
Tell me a little bit about your team, who you've got working with you.
In our team is one full-time business manager. She looks after the entire business, as well as 2 full-time sale consultant as well. Business manager's role is as soon as any of the team member or I have signed up a listing, and she will take from there, contacting the clients, from making the listings live, sending reports. All the admin tasks are done by her, as well as also looking after our social media platforms. Whereas sales consultants, they help me with my workflow. We normally have 10 to 15 listings live at the same time. Obviously, I can't do the open homes for all of them, but what we try to do, mix and match. So owners get to meet each and every team member.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
In terms of your energy, your mental health, your physical health, how do you keep that in tip-top order to be the best real estate agent you can be?
It's tough. Yeah. Look, I follow a very sensible diet. I do not exercise as much, but I do a lot of walking. And I regularly do intermittent fasting. That actually helps support my health and the well-being. I actually started doing it when I actually didn't have time to have lunch. Then you name it intermittent fasting. And then it technically became the part, and I saw the benefits and all that, just having a one heavy meal during the day.
Yes.
And that we do sort of most of the days, 3 to 4 days a week. Obviously stay hydrated, have lots of water. After the evening meal, we always go for a long walk with the kids and the family.
Fantastic. I know you've got a lovely young family. How do you balance real estate and being a dad and a husband?
It's very tough to actually balance that. But what we do is I have realized in the last couple of years that I have started finishing work early. Before that, I would just working up until 8 or 9 p.m. and that wasn't helping at all.
Yes.
Then recently I started from last couple of years finishing the work by 6 p.m. and then I can spend that quality time with the kids. And we do a lot of short trips to Blenheim every year because that's where my friends live. And
Yes.
my kids get along really well with their kids. So
Good.
they love the time there. So we do 3 to 4 trips a year. And then we will do one big holiday that would probably around Christmas time.
Yes.
I know that we need to do a couple of them, and that this year I have said to my wife that you organize that, book the tickets, and would be much more, easier
Yes.
rather than just thinking where we should go, and that never happens.
Yeah, it's all about planning, isn't it?
Yeah, planning.
It's amazing how months can go by, and if you don't have those commitments into your family.
Yeah, only the last year we actually planned our holidays for the year, and it went really well. Kids loved it.
Yeah.
And I actually had a lot more time to recharge myself. And when you
Yes.
come back to work, you're fully recharged, and it actually helps you to do the work a lot better way than you have been doing without holidays.
That's right. Yeah. Recharges the battery,
Yes.
re-energizes you. Can you share with us some of the challenges perhaps that you've faced throughout your career?
Real estate, you always have highs and lows. So your one every day is not the same because what I have found, if let's say I had a deal crashed, then all the negative things will happen at the same time because you go into the negativity, then auction passes in. One sale can affect the other, and that's where I try to bring the balance that one sale should not affect my mood, and because it can affect the other 5 or 10 sales as well. What I think that the highs and lows, they both are part and parcel of this game.
Yes.
And the only thing is I have to stay focused and being resilient, and that actually helps me to overcome those challenges. I always think about focus on my successes I had in the past. So that helps me to maintain my positive outlook.
Beautiful.
If I am positive, team will be positive as well, and it will
Yes.
not affect other deals.
Yes, I was going to say that, as a leader of a team, you don't really get a chance to kind of be down in the doldrums, do you? Because that could affect your team's performance.
And that's what happens as well. Sometime a team member would come and they say, oh, you're nothing going right, and that deal crashed, auction passed in, or my week is not going well. So I always say to them, hey, look at the day where you had 3 confirmed sales.
Yeah, it's so important, isn't it, not to get stuck in the now and
Yeah.
to look a little bit longer term, whether it be the week or the month. I remember Robert McCormick saying to me, Lisa, you can have your worst day in real estate and your best day in real estate in the same week, you know?
No, it happens. And once you have then, one success, and you'll see that everything else will fall into place
flows.
automatically.
Yeah.
Because you are positive. If you are not positive, then you're not going to get a positive outcome.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. So, you've become very aware of doing that for yourself and modelling it for your team.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Obviously, networking, building strong relationships is really crucial to a great real estate career. How do you do that? Where do you have your networks?
Look, I'm not a social person. My life is more about work to home, home to work.
Yes.
I don't do many lunches, dinners, and with the clients and all that. But what I normally do is, I with all of my clients every year, once or twice a year, I'll invite all of my past clients, and I organize a small event.
Lovely.
And that way I can get connected with all of them.
Yes.
And we organize a lot of seminars as well with different banks, like the first home seminars. And
Fantastic.
we are now doing first time seller seminar as well. That would be coming up soon. So we also invite our past clients to them as well if someone is buying or selling at the same time.
But I think what you're saying is in those client functions, there could be value you add to your clients by them
Yes.
networking and allowing that.
Yeah, and at
to
the same
happen.
time, you are providing them the value-added information as well.
Yes.
If, let's say, I have met a client 2 years ago, they don't know what's happening in current market right now, and they attend one of our seminars, they will get a lot of knowledge about the current marketplace, whereas on casual catch-ups, you may not talk about that as much, and you're talking more about life.
Yes,
So, yeah.
exactly. So it becomes quite focused on real estate rather than just social. Yogesh, it's really important in the industry to keep updated, to keep improving. What training do you get involved with? How do you keep yourself relevant?
Look, Grenadier is a beautiful brand that we work for and work with. because they organizes master classes time to time, and obviously training with the auctioneers like you. And that's what keeps us updated with what's happening, and also at the same time keeping us motivated for our career as well. Sometimes I think, I get slack on prospecting and all that, and suddenly we have a really great masterclass that, then you retune yourself.
Yes.
Hey, we need to do the calls again, because as soon as you finish those training sessions, you are a completely different person, and that's what you needed. Apart from that, I myself is a tech-savvy person, so I always keep looking at, what sort of apps going around that can actually help my business, so the team can work in a more structured way.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. In terms of memorable moments, is there anything in your career that sort of jumps out as being an amazing moment?
Look, I had so many moments, because I think this is the only profession where you will meet the people from every walk of life. I was helping one lady recently. She auctioned her house. She was on wheelchair.
Yes.
And I was assisting her with the process and the sale. And because she was on the wheelchair for last 10 years, I would always go half an hour early to help sort of set up the house, and then help her sit in my car while I'm doing the open homes.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
I did it for 3 weeks market campaign, and finally she sold the house, and she came to me and said to me that, when I chose you, I thought that, you definitely will sell my house, but I never expected that that's what you're going to do, coming half an hour early and helping me. And while she was telling me that, she had tears in her eyes.
Aww.
And she was more grateful for the work I done, not for the sale itself, or what I did for her. And that sort of a moments actually you can only get in real estate. And I think if I would be working 9 to 5 any other jobs, you cannot meet beautiful human beings like her.
Yeah.
And these are the moments I actually keep me motivated and driven for my career.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Yogesh. Yeah. It's a real human side to it, isn't it? That empathy, and you're in someone's sacred space, their home, and
Absolutely.
That's a privilege, isn't it?
Yeah.
In closing, is there any lessons that you've learnt along the way that you think would be helpful to new consultants?
Look, the lessons I would say, integrity and honesty.
Yes.
That's quite important, not only for clients, for colleagues as well.
Yeah, great point.
It's a cutthroat industry, the competition, because your best colleague is your competitor, and you maintain that integrity and honesty to all of those.
Yes.
And to the new agents as well. That's what I would suggest, because I sometimes come across a new agent, how desperate you can be for a sale.
Yes.
But you have to maintain that level of honesty and integrity for clients as well as your colleagues.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of our Harcourts values, isn't
Yes.
it? Do the right thing. Yeah. Well, it's been an absolute delight getting to hear about your career. Thank you, Yogesh, for your time.
Thank you so much.